Alright guys, welcome back. We have the question from the first chapter of Mechanics of Materials, and we have this brace and drill bit that is used to drill a hole at point O. If the drill bit jams when the brace is subjected to the forces shown, we need to determine the resultant internal loadings acting on the cross-section of the drill at point A. So basically we're looking for the internal loadings at A. So before we start, our section would be here, and we're going to have 6 internal loadings, 3 different forces, and 3 moments about each axis. We're going to consider the right side of, or this side of the section. So basically we're going to cut from here, and we'll get the free body diagram for that. So we're going to put our x and y and z axis to here. So it's going to be our z, and our y is basically same as what we have in here in y. So the internal loadings, I'm going to show them with red. So this is going to be the shearing force. We can show it with V. So it's going to be VA in X direction. We can consider one moment, and we're going to consider it positive. So I'm going to MX, or we can show it with MAX. And similar story in other ones too. So another moment here, another force in here. This force in y direction is going to be the normal force because it's perpendicular to the section that we have at point A. We can call this one maybe NAY in one moment, MAY. And last force, this is going to be also a shear force, VA. This one along z-axis, and also we have the moment of MA about z-axis. So we have 6 unknowns in total. We have 6 equations for our equilibrium, so we should be able to find all these forces, keeping in mind that we have also 3 external forces. One of them is this F, which we know is 30 pounds. We have this force in here and also one in here. All right, so let's start with the sum of all in X direction. So we're gonna have the 30 pounds that acts along negative x-axis, so it's going to be negative 30. And also we have the shear force that we have in x when we assume that it's positive, so plus VAX. And from here we can find the first internal loading, which is the shear force along x-axis, so that's going to be 30 pounds. That's our first one. Let's move on to sum of all forces in y. So we have this force 50 pounds that is also negative, so negative 50. And we have the normal force, which we assumed is positive, so plus equals 0. And we can find the normal force, which is going to be 50 pounds. Let's move on to sum of all forces in z equals 0. We have the fz, which is negative, also it's downward, so negative 10, plus the VA in z direction, which is the shear force in z, and this is going to give us the shear force VA along z axis, which is going to be 10 pounds. So 3 of them is out. We have 3 more equations for the moments, and that should give us the bending moment about each axis. So let's start with the x. So we are looking for moment about x, and keep in mind that we have the counterclockwise positive, and the way we're going to find the clockwise or counterclockwise. So for x, basically we're looking from here, any moment that is counterclockwise here is going to be positive, and clockwise would be negative. So from all the forces that we have, obviously the 30 pounds not going to make any moment about x because it's parallel to the axis. So same for the Fy, it's perpendicular, it's not going to make any moment because it's going to pass through the x-axis, but we're going to have the moment of Fz about x, which is going to be in this direction. So from the point of view of this guy, this moment is clockwise, so it's going to be negative. So negative, the force is 10 pounds, and we need the distance from A to here, which is basically 9 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, or 18 plus 9, and that's in inches. And we're going to divide it by 12 to get it in foot. We know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So that's our unit conversion. That's why we're dividing this by 12. And also we have the moment of A about x-axis. And that's pretty much everything. It's going to be equal 0. And let's see what we get. So basically 10 times 18 plus 9 divided by 12. So the moment here is going to be 22.5. So 0.5 pound foot. and we didn't get any negative sign. That shows that the direction that we assumed for MAX was correct. All right, now let's move on to the moment about y-axis, same thing. And now we are looking from here, but same idea. So this is not going to make any moment, same for the Fy, but we have the moment of the 30 pound, which is going to be in this direction. So from the point of view of that guy is also clockwise. So this one's -2. So negative, the force is 30, and the distance of that force to y-axis is going to be this distance, which from the figure we can see that that distance is actually it's here. So it's 9 inches, again divided by 12, and on top of that we have the moment of the bending moment about y-axis equals 0, so MAY would be 30 times 9 divided by 12. This one's also 22.5 pound-foot. And the last one would be the sum of all moments about z-axis. Let's see what we have. So again, the 10 pounds and 50 pounds are not going to make any moment about z-axis because one of them is passing through and the other one is parallel to the axis, but we have the moment of the 30 pounds. Again, we're going to look at it from here, and we can see that that moment is going to be in this direction. So from the point of view of that guy, this moment is actually counterclockwise, so it's positive, and the force is 30, and the distance of the force to the z-axis is basically this distance plus this 9. So it's 9 plus 6, or 15, divided by 12, and we assumed one positive moment for our internal loading equals 0, and here our MA Z will be 30 times 15 divided by 12, and this time it's going to be negative 37.5 pound-foot, and the negative sign shows that the direction has to be in the opposite of our assumption. To be assumed it's counterclockwise, but it's actually in this direction. And yeah, I hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.